I love thrillers, so I like how from the beginning, he's the main character and just kind of like um seeing their two varying lives, how this person, you can tell he's very obsessive with his boyfriend. He wants to be the center of his boyfriend's attention and whatnot. Even from the first 3 minutes where it's like he's not getting a text back, and all of a sudden you see like kind of like starting to act crazy and have like murderous intentions in his eyes, but then it goes away instantly once he gets a text. I thought that was a great setup for the ending. I think we already knew that, like, okay, something's gonna happen. He's gonna wild out. We just don't know when. We don't know how. We don't know what's gonna provoke it. So I thought that was really, really cool. There was a point a little later in the film where you kind of frame the two of them as they're kissing, and the lollipop has a heart between them. But I feel like this is probably just me analyzing the heart, but I thought it was really cool how the heart was a lollipop, which is, something that doesn't last, which was, I feel like, very accurate. Dr. Man, he's lying to him, not telling him that he has a whole wife and kid at home, not telling him that he's in the closet, you know what I mean? And not being honest about who he is. I thought that was very interesting. And I feel like it made the lollipop scene mean even more. So I thought that was really cool. Hitting the roommate over the head was crazy. But again, we've already gotten a sneak peek as to how crazy this person can be. So of course, knocking the roommate over and basically killing him made sense. So that was crazy. And I love how it just kind of escalated from there. Oh my God. Very similar to, I feel like, Fatal Attraction, movies like that. And I thought this was really, really cool. I also really like the score with him pretending to be the wife. I thought that was so spooky, especially because, in the beginning he was calling each other wife, husband, like when we have a family, all these things when he was talking to his roommate. So I thought that was very interesting how basically then he starts to pretend to be his wife once they break in. I said, ooh, that was crazy. But I thought this was really cool, very beautiful, very spooky, shot really nicely. And I think the lead did a really great job at playing crazy.
I did think it was really interesting that the pet name Daddy is used because he's actually a dad in real life. The sound design during the car scene, it gave me a hint that something may be off with Rodrigo. Like it was just a little like touch, and it didn't hit me over the head with it. It was a hint of foreshadowing, but it was just kind of like, huh, hmm, maybe this is not going to be exactly what I think it is. And it sure wasn't. When he finds out about this daddy's secret life, whoa, do we see a shift? Um, I mean, the shift is immediate, it is such a stark shift from the Rodrigo that we met originally, who seems carefree and loving and just happy go lucky and just out for a good time. But there's so many little notes in it where I see myself as a doctor's wife. He says he's talking to his friend. That gives us sort of this foreshadowing element of how this is going to end, but it really doesn't give it away. I mean, having him dressed in her 90s in the bedroom is just a different level of insanity. This really painted the picture of unhinged. And it just kept going from one level of unhinged to another, to another, to another. Like breastfeeding the baby, holding the baby even first took it too far. Breastfeeding the baby was just a masterful choice. And of course, obviously, the ending where we can assume one, but definitely one, but both of them likely came to their demise. And who knows what he went off to do with this baby. I'm imagining if this were to continue on, that Rodrigo is living in this house, living this altered fantasy for quite a while before he's even discovered, raising this baby, breastfeeding that. Like, it just, the level of unhinged is just unmatched. This was great.
Script is phenomenal. I didn't expect it to keep going and intensifying. We'll say Rick deserved to die. I don't have much tolerance for cheaters. Everything he's doing, he could have brought his wife or Rodrigo a disease because he's doing drugs along with cheating, and if he's cheating on them, he's probably cheating with multiple people. This felt very much like a pilot episode, like it's something that could be a limited series, where this guy goes on like a killing spree trying to keep the child to himself. Hiding the bodies, it feels like a little bit like it could fit in with like the You genre, but one of those things that people would watch because you want it to keep going because it ends kind of on a cliffhanger, but you want to know more about Rodrigo's background. Why there's such trauma at being called crazy. I mean, he is crazy. So maybe it's just that the truth hurts. But it's one of those things that you really want this to continue so you can see it more on what's going to happen next.
Wow, this one tripped me up. I didn't expect it to go where it went at all. And I usually can, kind of see those things coming. So very good, really good music for the tone. Cool opening song. Beautiful dress with the drag show. It was just so interesting because I felt like this guy was living a whole nother life in secrecy. I thought that's what it was really just going to be about, was this guy, having his wife and his baby, and then maybe he's bisexual, but maybe he's just completely gay, and he was trying to fulfill that side of him. But either way, just really great lighting throughout. And honestly, the guy who, came at the end, put the dress on, and had his anger just triggered a couple of times. I thought his performance was really believable and really well done.
I thought this was so fantastic and so creepy. Like, this felt so unhinged, but I think that was the point. I really enjoyed this. I thought that they did the differences in his relationship with his wife and his relationship with the kind of main character really, really well. I thought that they painted that really, really well. There was basically almost nothing that looked the same in both the relationships other than the dishonesty, which is how he's operating. That's how he's getting away with it. And that is what he needs to do to continue to do all of these nonsense things.
Why shocking me, I have to say. The film starts off pretty well. We have all these party scenes that that's a very good hook to just get the audience in, just grab the audience attention from the very beginning. Then I think the more the film goes, the more we understand about the main characters, and the movie becomes ultimately quite intriguing until the final scene, which is absolutely shocking. That what happens in the end is a brutal twist that really, at some point, really gave me the chill. It turns like a drama movie into a proper thriller, I think. So overall, it was very well done, unexpected and well done.